In a town where every corner breathes an ancient story, where the whispers of the wind carry echoes of a forgotten past, there's a place where Christmas intertwines with mysteries and shadows. Welcome to Winterfell, a place where the festive spirit meets enigmas wrapped in silence and fear. The Redwood Mansion, abandoned and shrouded in legend, it's more than just a ruin, it's a gateway to dark secrets and untold stories. And there's the old clock in the town square, an artifact that, with its erratic chimes, resonates more than just the passage of time. It echoes a melody that strikes the very foundations of the town. In this video, we're diving into the journey of a group of fearless young adventurers, shadow wanderers and truth seekers, whose courage took them to the far reaches of the Redwood Mansion. The city of Winterfell, usually vibrant with shimmering lights and warm smiles, was shrouded in a disturbing silence on Christmas Eve. Snow fell with an almost supernatural intensity, blanketing the streets like an icy mantle. Festive decorations adorned the houses, but something lingered beyond the Christmas spirit. A constant shiver ran down the spine of anyone venturing through the deserted streets, where the wind whispered ancient secrets, and shadows moved eerily under the moonlight. It was as if Christmas itself, in Winterfell, was enveloped in a veil of suspense and mystery, poised to unveil long-forgotten secrets. At the end of Evergreen Street stood the ancient Redwood Mansion, a majestic construction that once was the city's pride, but had remained shrouded in mystery and abandonment for decades. Broken windows gazed at the world like vacant eyes, while ivy and moss claimed the stone walls, as if trying to conceal the dark secrets held within. The terrifying tale of that house spread among Winterfell's residents like smoke. Stories circulated of inexplicable disappearances, whispered voices heard in its empty rooms, and shadows seeming to dance through its corridors in the moonlight. Few dared to even pass by, fearing to awaken something they'd rather keep dormant. On that Christmas night, when silence loomed over the city, a group of youths decided to unravel the mystery surrounding the Redwood house. Driven by curiosity that surpassed fear, they ventured through rusted gates and explored the dusty corridors, flickering candles illuminating their way. As they advanced, the whispers of the wind outside seemed to merge with ancient sighs, echoing through the decaying walls. Dusty portraits gazed at them with eyes that seemed to follow their steps, and antique furniture appeared to come to life, dragging itself in shadows as they approached. The tension within the group grew with each step, but their determination to solve the enigma outweighed the fear that held them there. However, even in the face of everything they witnessed, they were unaware that something beyond human understanding awaited them in the dark depths of the Redwood house. Something that had long awaited their arrival to unearth buried secrets at the heart of Winterfell. In Winterfell's central square stood a peculiar monument that intrigued everyone. An ancient clock, whose gears and dials seemed frozen in time. With each chime, its hands moved in a disjointed manner, marking time in a disorderly fashion, as if trapped in an eternal and unsettling cycle. Legend had it that this clock, an ancient and mysterious artifact, carried an ancestral curse. The city's older generations told stories of its arrival, associating it with a series of strange events that plagued Winterfell over the centuries. On that Christmas Eve, as snow fell slowly upon the slumbering city, the clock began emitting a dissonant sound, a cacophony of chimes echoing throughout the square. Curious and apprehensive, people gathered around the monument as the piercing noise filled the icy night air. Children clung to their parents, wide-eyed and fearful, while the elders exchanged worried looks, recalling ancient stories about the sinister nature of that artifact. The disturbing sound seemed to carry with it a foreboding omen, a warning from the past manifesting on the sacred night of Christmas. As the clock continued its strange concert, its ancient mechanism seemed to resonate with an odd energy, as if awakening something long dormant. And in the stillness of the night, a cold shiver ran down the spines of everyone present, for they knew deep down that something terrible was about to emerge from the secrets hidden by time and guarded by those centuries-old gears. The events seemed connected, as if the abandoned house, the enigmatic clock, and the night silence were pieces of a dark puzzle. The young explorers within the house felt the presence of something unnameable. Something that pursued them through the dark corridors and whispered terrible promises. Meanwhile, the erratic clock began spinning its gears in a frenzied dance, echoing an ancestral call that stirred something dormant within the city. As the ancient clock continued its strange spectacle, one of the young explorers within the Redwood house had a revelation. A sudden intuition led him to connect the seemingly disconnected events of that night. The abandoned house, the erratic clock, and the enigmatic silence surrounding Winterfell. Racing against time, the youth returned to the Redwood Mansion and, in a forgotten room, discovered a secret compartment hidden behind an old painting. There, they found an ancient and complex mechanism that, when deactivated, silenced the clock and halted its strange temporal dance. With the ensuing silence, the city regained tranquility, and the inhabitants breathed a sigh of relief, believing the mystery had been solved and the threat averted. The young ones were celebrated as heroes, and Winterfell seemed free from the nightmare that had haunted them on Christmas night. However, as the days passed, the city witnessed a series of inexplicable events. Shadows danced in street corners. The nightly silence was interrupted by unintelligible whispers, and a sense of unease infiltrated the soul of every inhabitant. As the reality of the situation began to unfold before the eyes of Winterfell's residents, a collective shiver of fear and realization gripped every soul in the town. The ancient clock, far from being a mere cursed relic, actually served as a prison for an ancestral entity. A primordial force that had been sealed away ages ago. With the inadvertent deactivation of the mechanism by the youths, the seal that contained the entity was broken, releasing it into the modern world. In the nights that followed, the town of Winterfell began to experience inexplicable and terrifying phenomena. Dark shadows moved with a will of their own, gliding through the streets and instilling an icy terror in the hearts of the citizens. Unintelligible whispers filled the night air, emanating from dark corners and leaving a trail of panic and confusion. The entity, now free, began to weave its influence throughout the town, distorting reality and bringing forth the deepest fears of the residents. The revelation shook the town to its core. The youths, who sought only to unravel a mystery and save their town, found themselves at the center of a struggle far greater than anyone could have anticipated. Winterfell, once a place of Christmas festivities and joy, transformed into a stage for unimaginable horrors. Christmas nights, which should have been times of celebration and light, were now feared, as with the freedom of the entity. The truth behind the clock proved to be more sinister and malevolent than any legend or story could have suggested. The town, now faced with a dark reality and an uncertain future, was destined to confront challenges and terrors that transcended ghost stories and Christmas tales. Winterfell plunged into an era of suspense and fear. A grim reminder that some doors, once opened, can unleash horrors that defy human comprehension. As we draw the curtains on this chilling tale from the heart of Winterfell, the mysteries of the Redwood Mansion and the enigmatic town clock leave us pondering the depths of the unknown. The courage and curiosity of the young adventurers have unveiled secrets that intertwine with the very essence of Winterfell, reminding us that some mysteries remain lurking in the shadows, only to be stirred by the brave or the foolish. This spine-tingling journey through Winterfell's darkest corners comes to a close, but the story doesn't end here. For those who dare to delve deeper into the world of the unknown, the Creepy Diaries channel has more in store. Stay tuned for our upcoming videos, where we continue to explore the unexplained and the supernatural. In our next episodes, we unravel more enigmas that will chill you to the bone and question the reality as you know it. Make sure to subscribe to Creepy Diaries and hit the bell icon to get notified. Join us as we venture into the eerie and the uncharted. Remember, in the world of Creepy Diaries, every diary entry is a key to a door better left unopened. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive. But beware of the shadows it may cast.